In the land of Uz, there lived a man named Job. He was honest, kind, and faithful to God. He had 7 sons, 3 daughters, and great wealth, owning thousands of sheep, camels, and oxen. Job worshipped God daily, offering sacrifices for his family. One day, in the heavenly realm, Satan came before God. God said, "Have you noticed my servant Job? There is no one like him." Satan replied, "Job is only faithful because you bless him. Take away everything, and he will curse you." God allowed Satan to test Job, but he could not harm him physically. Suddenly, Job's life turned upside down. Raiders stole his oxen and donkeys, lightning struck his sheep, and bandits took his camels. One servant after another brought terrible news. While Job was grieving, another messenger arrived. A great wind had collapsed his oldest son's house, killing all his children. Job tore his robes in sorrow and fell to the ground in worship. Even in his sorrow, Job said, "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Job did not blame God. Satan challenged God again, saying, "Take away his health, and he will curse you." God allowed it but forbade Satan to kill Job. Soon, Job was covered in painful sores from head to toe. Job's wife, overwhelmed by their losses, said, "Curse God and die." But Job replied, "Shall we accept good from God and not trouble?" 3 of Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, came to comfort him. They sat silently with Job for 7 days and nights, sharing in his grief. After days of silence, Job finally spoke. He cursed the day of his birth, questioning why he had to suffer so greatly. Eliphaz spoke, suggesting Job must have sinned. "God does not punish the innocent," he said, urging Job to repent. Bildad followed, saying, "Your children must have sinned. Repent, and God will restore you." But Job knew he was innocent. Zophar spoke last, accusing Job of being self-righteous. "If only God would show you your hidden sins," he said. Job defended his innocence, saying, "I have done no wrong. God's ways are beyond understanding, but I will trust him." Job turned his cries to God, pleading for answers. "Why do the innocent suffer? Show me my wrongdoing." A young man named Elihu, who had been listening silently, spoke up. "God is greater than we can understand. Suffering can teach us and refine us." Suddenly, God spoke from a whirlwind. "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Can you command the morning or guide the stars?" Job replied, "I spoke of things I did not understand. I am unworthy. I repent in dust and ashes." God rebuked Job's friends for their false accusations. "You have not spoken the truth about me as my servant Job has," God said. He commanded them to offer sacrifices and have Job pray for them. God restored Job's fortunes, giving him double what he had before, more livestock, wealth, and even 10 more children. Job lived a long and blessed life. The story of Job teaches us to trust God, even in suffering. Though we may not always understand his ways, he is faithful and just. But Job's story did not end there. One day, Job gathered his new children and told them stories of their lost brothers and sisters, teaching them to cherish life and remain faithful to God. Job also built a community altar, inviting his neighbors to join in worship. He became a source of wisdom and comfort to those who suffered, sharing the lessons he had learned. One evening, a group of travelers came to Job's home, seeking shelter. They shared news of distant lands and spoke of others who faced great suffering. Job prayed for them, asking God to bless their journeys. Years passed, and Job's family grew. His children married, and his grandchildren filled his home with laughter. Job taught them to work hard, trust God, and help those in need. One day, Job's youngest daughter asked, "Father, why did God allow you to suffer?" Job replied, "God's plans are greater than we can imagine. Even in pain, He is with us, and He will never abandon us." As Job grew older, he began to record his story on scrolls, so that future generations could learn from his trials and triumphs. These scrolls were shared far and wide, inspiring many. In his final years, Job became known as a wise elder. People from all over sought his counsel, and Job always reminded them to remain faithful and humble before God. When Job's time on earth came to an end, he passed peacefully, surrounded by his family. His life was a testament to God's faithfulness and the strength of unwavering trust. After Job's death, his descendants carried on his legacy of faith and compassion, spreading his story to inspire others. And so, the story of Job continued to be told, reminding people that God's plans are greater than our suffering, and his blessings will always prevail in the end.